chime in here, actually.
All right.
I'm gonna come on.
So
we've
got
Here comes a new challenger.
we've got another guest with us today.
Spencer Hoffman.
Mr. Spencer. We like to call him the Spence.
It's the featured. Oh yeah, all the time. It's the featured producer show apparently today.
Yeah. One of our producers behind behind the cameras here. What do you have to say about this?
So you guys were talking about the application process, and I just remembered a funny story when I was trying to apply for my first job. I was 16 or 17 at the time, and it was for a restaurant. I'm not going to name it, but it rhymes with Wacker, Warrel. And so I'm applying to this unnamed restaurant. And
you named it.
No. There's at least, I can think of at least 100 restaurants that rhyme with that. I'll censor it if I need to. But anyway, so I apply online, and like as you were talking, like online applications were kind of like the standard already, and I was like, okay, applied there. Just get some extra money. It'd be my first. So yeah, 16 or 17. I apply, and they say, "Hey, come on in for an interview." And I'm like, "Great." Set up the time to come in for the interview. I come in and I sit down. They're like, "All right, so we're gonna have you fill out the application." And I said, "Fill out the." I filled out the application online. That's why I came in for the interview. And they go, "Oh no! You got to fill out a paper application too." Like, okay, so I fill out the exact same information a second time.
Lazy as
So then you're like, what's the point of filling it out online if I have to come here and do the same thing?
Exactly. So here's the fun part about it. So keep in mind for the next part of the story, they had my information. They asked me to come in. Mm-hmm. So I go to the interview now. Now I finally got the clearance to do the magical interview. And I sit down with the person. They're like, "Okay, hi, nice to meet you." We start doing some introductory questions. It's pretty basic. And then they go, "Oh." And I'm like, was there a problem? Yeah. What's the issue? Like, "Oh, I'm looking at your first application here. You're under 18?" And I said, "Yeah. That was one of the first things that you had me fill out there was my age." They're like, "Oh, we don't hire people under 18.
Thanks for wasting my time.
I'm like, "Okay, cool." I filled out the application online. I came here. I filled out a second application only to get to the interview for you to tell me that you're not even going to hire me.
You think that the first question would be, "Are you 18?" And then if not, then just prompt you to like,
That was one of the first questions. They had that information. They had that information before they called me in, and they were just like, well.
The point of the application process is so they can screen those people out.
They weed me out before I even get my hopes up about getting a job. So yeah, that was reminded me of a time where just companies, man, need to get this unnamed restaurant, but that is all. Spencer out.
That dang on Wacker World.
Wacker World, if you're out there listening, change up your application. But I mean, and we hear stories like this all the time, and I think that whole application process says a lot about the company, right? Because people also, they have a choice of what company they want to work for. And so that application process does say a lot about the company, and hopefully you get the right application that says the right thing about your company. Think about it.